Hello, the internet.
Hello, it's January 27th, 2018. I'm Brandon.
And I'm other person. That's what it says
otherwise
here.
known as Randall.
It says other person.
And you somehow stumbled upon our podcast titled Random Bits. It's a podcast where we talk about games, geek culture, and every other random thing in between that we can think of. If you have any topics you want to discuss, you can tweet us at Freaktree TV Pod.
Either at Freaktree TV Pod, or you could just search for Freaktree TV. That works too. You'll find us.
So did you have it's been 2 weeks, so do you have 2 weeks worth of stuff you did?
I went to a wedding. Went to my cousin's wedding in South Carolina.
I hate weddings. I really do.
This one was really good. We had good people. Except, well, anyway.
Weddings aren't bad. It's receptions that are bad.
That's fair. Hey, did the certain person that won't be named that I can't stand show up for that wedding?
Yes.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was in the wedding.
Oh, yeah, I knew he was supposed to be in the wedding, but it was to be seen whether or not he was going to actually show up.
He showed up. He was there.
He came into the store today.
He was mostly well behaved as well. He didn't get totally plastered.
That's good, fucking asshole. Anyway, you hate weddings. Duly noted. Where are our topics for today, Brandon?
I hate the reception, not the wedding.
You hate the reception, not the wedding.
Yeah, it's just, I'm always bored. I don't drink. I eat, yes, but I don't drink and I don't dance. So weddings are just...
You eat at the reception because, like, you don't have, like, a specially assigned plate or anything that they make for you?
I've never had a specially designed plate.
Designed or assigned?
Either way.
I assumed you were so picky that they wouldn't have any food that you liked.
No, I mean, I've eaten at every wedding I've gone to. One wedding I went to...
That just made me sound like an asshole.
It was in Texas, and they actually had a sit-down dinner at their wedding. It wasn't one of the buffet styles. It was. They had a cocktail hour. They had a whole pig that they roasted, and you could get cuts of it. And
really? Did they do it like underground? You know how they roast pigs?
No, it wasn't a Hawaii pig.
Oh, okay.
But there was a cocktail hour, an open bar.
Which doesn't affect you.
Doesn't matter to me. I just drink soda. And a pig, a big brisket, and they had other assortment of seafood, including caviar.
How was the brisket? Was it dry? Was it well done?
It was well done.
When I say well done, was it done well?
Yes, it was done well.
Okay.
It was by a professional catering company,
okay.
So they know how to do a brisket, and this was their cocktail hour. This is the thing they do. And they had seafood, including caviar, the red ones and the black ones. Salmon caviar and sturgeon caviar, and they are both horrible.
Okay, why'd you try it?
Because I like fish.
I don't think caviar...
I'm never doing it again.
I don't think caviar counts as fish, Brandon. I know it's fish eggs.
It's tiny pieces of fish.
But, alright, fair enough.
It tastes just way too fishy.
That's like saying stem cells are people. Go on.
Well, I mean, according to some people, you're right. So anyway, sorry, I interrupted your week.
A fetus isn't a person.
You need to cut that out because that's way too controversial. Catholic Church will never listen to our podcast now.
They weren't gonna before. I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Your weeks.
My weeks. We left off. Since we talked last time, Brandon, South Louisiana went into another deep freeze and came out of it again.
Mostly unscathed. I did have another work from home day though.
Yeah. We were supposed to fly out on Thursday morning at, I think, 9 o'clock. That's when everything decided to freeze over. What I don't understand, and maybe somebody can clarify this, is they canceled the 9 o'clock flight, but they booked us on an earlier 7 o'clock flight, which is fine. We flew out of New Orleans at 7 o'clock, landed in Kansas City, Missouri, had a 30-minute layover. We didn't have to even get off the plane. It was the same plane. Stayed on the plane, flew to Atlanta, had a 3-hour layover in Atlanta, flew to Greenville.
That sounds like there could have been a quicker way to do that.
Thing is, In 3 hours, I could have driven to Greenville.
Yeah.
Like, it's whatever.
How far is it Greenville from here? 14-ish?
Something like that. 11.
Oh, that's closer than Disney.
Yeah. It was just a very poorly planned trip. Not poorly planned. It would have went off without a hitch if, hell, Louisiana wouldn't have frozen over.
Did you have the 3 flights because of the freeze?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if
we were supposed to be from New Orleans to Atlanta to Greenville.
Okay,
it was
so
going to be easy peasy. But we ended up
not
getting
flying
there
halfway around the country.
We
just
ended
to
up
get to
getting
Greenville.
there at the same time. So, Kansas City was beautiful. Everything was covered in snow. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I drove up with a friend from work, but we drove up through St. Louis, Missouri, on our way up to Richmond, Michigan, maybe. I don't know. It was a long drive, 2 days.
Other than that, I mean, I had vacation, so I didn't do a whole lot of anything. I played a whole shit ton of Injustice. This is going to turn into an Injustice podcast.
That's all you haven't played?
Randall's
Breath of the Wild that I lent you
Randall's
many
still
weeks
playing
ago.
Injustice. I got Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
That's the XCOM?
The XCOM Mario game. You would hate it, but it's great. I didn't think it was going to be a solid game. It is. Everybody has little Mega Man blasters on their arms. It's fantastic.
I'm surprised. I'm still surprised Nintendo let them use guns in a Mario game.
Well, here's the thing. It's not... Nintendo doesn't own Mega Man, but it's the same premise as Mega Man. They have the little blasters on their arms. I think the Luigi character, the Luigi Rabbid, has like a yo-yo or something that he shoots fireballs out of.
And there is Mario and Luigi are in the game, correct? It's not just all Rabbids.
No, it's not just all Rabbids. I think they have Rabbid versions of all the characters.
Okay.
So you can like swap out your team and swap out their equipment and stuff. Cool.
Are the Rabbids better than the actual characters?
I don't know that. All I have is Mario, a Peach Rabbid, and a Luigi Rabbid right now. I'm finding that it's actually more strategic than XCOM partly because like you can run to your teammate and they can bounce you to a different part of the stage.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, I wasn't expecting a solid game and it's a pretty good game. God, did I do anything else? No. I live an awful life. Go on.
For my weeks, actually, the night of our last podcast, my old roommate came over and we continued playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. All we're pretty much waiting for is to me get one last weapon, and then we're going to go and beat the game, which should go off well because
You're going to beat a game?
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Brandon doesn't beat games, folks. He plays the game to the final boss and then he quits.
I play it, the games that I like, I don't want them to end.
You did beat
so I just don't finish them. I have beaten every Zelda game I've played. I have beaten Bastion.
That was a good game.
I've beaten games, just other games I just never finished because I don't want the game to end. If I finish it, the game is done.
Yeah, it's like reading a book. I know a lot of people don't finish reading books because they don't want the book to end.
That's me with games. And other, like Fallout, the reason I haven't gotten that is because if I beat the game, I can't go and explore.
Can you not?
I play Fallout to go explore. Well, Fallout 3 you couldn't. Once you beat the game, credits roll and you can save it. You can do your last save before the final battle.
I'm sure you know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
But credits roll and start over. There's no more game after the final fight.
You know what'd be good in Fallout? A new game plus.
Yeah.
That would be good in Fallout.
Or just don't beat the game and go explore.
I forgot to mention this. Our last podcast went out late because I didn't get a chance to edit it before I left for South Carolina. Also, I don't know if you saw what I put on Facebook, but we have a theme song now.
I listened to it, but I don't remember it.
It's very techno-y. I threw it together in like a half an hour.
It didn't sound bad.
Because I didn't know what I was doing because I was just messing around in Music Maker. But I thought it came out pretty good. I was going for more of a Banjo-Kazooie feel, but I don't have any of those instruments.
It sounded fun,
but
I didn't have a problem with it.
I'm going to keep playing around with that because I can do some cool stuff with what I have. I have limited resources, though.
So I played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I played, I think, my second to last session of D&D that I'm running.
Mm-hmm.
I have one more session where my party's going to fight the big bad evil guy and his cohort, and possibly a ancient green bone dragon.
Okay.
Which is gargantuan, but being it's not a bone dragon, it loses its breath weapon, it loses flying, so it's a half CR from what it is.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to fight the big bad evil guy, his cohort, and the bone dragon all in a single fight, and probably some other zombies thrown in for good measure.
Yeah.
And I actually started playing League of Legends again.
Oh, did
with
you?
a friend of mine. I picked up a new character first time playing it, ran through it, and we just destroyed.
Huh. I played League of Legends a little. I don't like MOBAs, though.
But the thing is, I don't like playing solo games. I like playing games with my friends.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that friend that I was playing with,
Knew
that's the only game he plays.
Yeah, okay.
So it's either play League of Legends with him or don't play anything.
Okay.
And
I played a little bit of Smite. That's a MOBA too, right?
Yeah.
Played a little bit of Smite. That was okay. But I think my opinion was a little bit skewed due to the fact that you can play as Thor. That probably had something to do with it.
Also, on the night we played D&D, I had some friends stay behind me. We also played Betrayal at House on the Hill.
I've never heard of it.
Including the expansion. It's a board game where one person betrays the rest of the party. And it dependent on what room you're in, what card you draw, and then it tells you who the betrayer is. I was finally gonna be the betrayer. And then one of the other guys playing with us said, "Oh, I already played that one. I know how you have to. I know what you have to do to win, and I know what we have to do to win. It's no fun for me." The next card we pulled was a guy next to me that got to be the betrayer. We still won. I have yet to lose the game of betrayal.
Yeah.
But I still have not been the betrayer yet. And that angers me.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm sure you'll have your day one day.
Hopefully. Nobody else likes that game as much as I do.
It sounds like a good game.
That's all I was. I got a new phone. I got a Pixel 2.
Oh, you did get a new phone. Yeah,
because my other battery had 37% battery life, and it was just becoming way too much of a hassle. So I went ahead and bought a Pixel 2. It's a little bit smaller than my other phone, a little bit faster, but it's a phone. I'm not a big phone person. I like it. It has battery life.
It has a battery.
I lost my 3.5 millimeter jack for headphones.
That's kind of
so sucks. They gave me an adapter. One, I had to buy 2 more because 3's better.
Brandon, you know what I like most about a podcast over streaming?
What's that?
It doesn't matter what you look like. I look like shit.
I don't know about you, but I always look good.
You always look good. I need a haircut badly, but I don't want to get one because I want to get my hair kind of long again. I don't know. Anyway.
Your hair gets pretty curly.
My hair does get pretty curly, yes.
If I let mine grow, it starts to... Once it gets about a little bit longer than that, about where my bangs touch my eyes is when it starts curling pretty badly. Now, I'm not talking about full-on fro.
Yeah.
But it does get wavy.
Speaking of streaming, we've hit kind of a impassable wall here. I haven't messed with the capture card anymore after we couldn't get it to work that first time that we recorded the podcast. If we ever do get it to work, I know you want it to finish, what, Super Mario Brothers 3?
Beyond Good and Evil as well.
Oh, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Also, not 2. 2 hasn't come out yet. I figured out something that I would like to do that isn't capture card centric.
Let's Plays for YouTube?
I mean, yes, that too, but no.
Well, that is capture card.
That is, well, depending on what you play. I wanted to do a classic play, kind of like the other games with Mario and Beyond Good and Evil. I wanted to do Turok. And I realized I have both Turoks on Steam. I don't need a capture card for that.
Oh, okay.
I can capture from the computer.
Yeah, you can run that through OBDC.
Yeah. Because I really liked the Turok games back in the day, and I played a little bit of the second one recently, and I was like, this is still fantastic.
No, they're bad games. They were in the bad game block for AGDQ and GDQ.
They're amazing. The second one's amazing. What's the name of that? Turok. Oblivion is at hand is the cheat to get everything.
Well, if you're going to cheat, what's the point of playing the game?
Well, I didn't say I was going to cheat. I'm just saying Shadows of Oblivion is the second one. I was trying to remember the name of it. The first one's okay, as long as you remember that it's a first one. Hold on. Best game sequel. Never mind. We're going to get there later. Also, you misspelled sequel.
Yeah, I was typing quickly.
Okay, first topic, Brandon. I have a couple of stories. Do you want to do those first?
Yeah, might as well go ahead and with the stories first.
Okay, they had a lady that came in the store. And I see her she's standing down the first aisle looking at the Taco Bell stuff. I said, can I help you find anything, ma'am? She said, well, I'm looking for soft tacos. I said, okay, well, we have the... we have...
Going.
I don't know what you're laughing at. I'm not there yet.
I think I know.
We have the soft taco kit right here. Or down the next aisle by the bread, we have tortillas. She goes, oh no, I'm looking for soft tacos. I just went, okay, well, we have the taco kit right here. And I walked away. Oh, thanks. Oh, okay, good. That was it for that.
So she was looking for
soft tacos, not
tacos made where you bring them home, put them in the oven.
No. She didn't realize the tortillas were the same as soft tacos.
Okay. I thought she was looking for pre-made tacos that you go home and serve. Maybe put them in the oven for a little while, or maybe microwave them. Kind of like burritos. The microwave burritos.
These people, man. Have you ever had... You like cheese sticks?
Mozzarella sticks?
Mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
You like mozzarella sticks.
I don't like string cheese.
No, that's
cold,
not what I'm talking
fried
about.
Mozzarella sticks, yes.
Mozzarella
who doesn't?
Sticks. Okay.
Commies, that's who don't.
You like Doritos. I know you like Doritos. Yeah. What about queso?
Yeah, I've never found a queso I didn't at least like a little bit.
They have Dorito queso bites. It's queso coated in Doritos. Yeah. Have you ever had them?
No.
Okay, I thought they were just cheese sticks in the shape of a Dorito with a Cool Ranch chip exterior.
That's what I would think, yes.
They're not. They're Cool Ranch with actual queso on the inside. And they're life-changing, Brandon. I had these the other day on accident. I got them because I thought they were...
How do you eat something on accident?
I ate them on purpose. I didn't mean... They weren't what I was expecting. I thought they were just cheese, Doritos-shaped cheese sticks.
Gotcha.
But I ate one and I was like, you know who liked this? Brandon.
So, did you save some?
No, absolutely not. You have to go buy your own. They have them at Target.
You expect me to go shopping?
I do.
You know what Target has that's really good?
Say that again because I fucked that up.
You know what Target has that's really good?
What's that?
They have sourdough French bread.
Okay.
I went to Target for some reason. I was like, well, I got to go shopping, my weekly shopping trip. Yeah. I'll just do it here since I'm at Target anyway. But I went back to get bread and I eat French bread sandwiches every night for dinner. I was like, oh, sourdough bread.
Every night you eat French bread sandwiches? Every night.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night.
Okay.
Friday night I got to eat with friends, and Monday I eat whatever I have left over from lunch on Sunday. Anyway, and they had sourdough bread. It was like a half size of French bread, but it was really good. And if you ever at Target again, pick up
sourdough French bread. Okay.
Yeah, it's not life-changing, but pretty darn good piece of bread.
You've seen a couple of episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force back in the day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very few, but I have seen a couple.
You've never seen the episode with Jiggle Billy.
I do not know who Jiggle Billy is.
Okay, he's basically a backwoods hick version of Pinocchio. He's a doll that comes to life, and he's this really straw hat, cut off jeans, suspenders.
I think I've seen pictures of him on the internet.
Okay. And his life goal is to jiggle, air quotes, and he just dances. For some reason, he comes with night vision goggles. I don't know what that's about. I met a guy in the store today that sounded just like Jiggle Billy.
Woo! Yeah! Wow! Command Sir huh?
He sounds a lot like Mr. Hebert from Family Guy.
Oh, a little bit.
Except without a whistle.
Yeah, a little bit. He comes in, and I said, you finding everything all right? Dude I could tell he was off to start with. But he came in, and I was like, you finding everything all right? And we're in front of produce. He asked for the cup of cut-up stuff. And doing this for about 7 years, I knew that he meant the Guidry's season blend. I said,
the Guidry's Holy Trinity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right here. Well, no wonder I couldn't find it. I'm like, oh my God. So, met Jiggle Billy today.
Did he look like a hick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He came straight off the horse. He was bow-legged and everything. It's okay for me to say that because we're from South Louisiana. That's the end of my weekly stories, Brandon. I actually made a point to jot them down when they happened to me.
I'm shocked. You did a little bit of...
I did work
on the podcast instead of my frantic hour-long session. So, TV show finales.
Mm-hmm.
Some are good, obviously.
Some are great.
Some are horrible.
Oh.
Some are just talked about. Like, nobody has anything bad to say about it, but like the Sopranos finale.
I was about to say the fucking Sopranos
stopped mid-sentence. Nobody knew what the hell happened. People just think it dropped off air. on accident.
What did we talk about last week that sparked this?
TV shows that were canceled too
early. Yeah, too early.
Never
Sopranos was canceled about a half a sentence too early.
I never watched Sopranos. It wasn't...
I didn't either.
We didn't have HBO with it.
I didn't either, but I can just go watch Godfather. It's fine.
Never watched it either.
You never watched The Godfather? Neither have I, but it's fantastic.
How can you say it's fantastic if you never watched it?
It's a legend. Godfather 2, not so good.
We'll come to that later. Part 2 or was that our second one? Godfather Part 2? There's a Part 1 and Part 2?
Part 2,
The one Godfather movie? Single movie.
Oh.
Broken up into
No, the second one. They had 3 or 4, I think.
Oh.
The second one was not good. The third one was not good either.
What do you think? What show do you think had the best finale?
What show had the best finale? Define best, because I like it. I like an assholey finale
that you think did tribute to the series.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's not what I was going for. Are you aware of the last episode of Dinosaurs?
Yeah, when everybody died.
Comet comes and wipes everybody out. You know what series finale I actually really did like? Gilligan's Island.
Did they get off the island?
They got off the island. They made it back to land. They went out for a victory sail, and they crashed on the same island. What's great about that is that now it's an infinite loop of the show.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Those are the ones that pop into my mind. Sliders, the last episode of Sliders. They make it back to the same universe. I don't think I have to say spoilers for any of this.
No, it's been well. It was in the 80s. It's okay now.
90s with Sliders. But Sliders, they get back to their home universe. And the thing he would do every time they got back to a universe to test it was he would go to his house and he would move the gate. Because the gate always squeaked. And if it didn't squeak, he knew it wasn't in the right universe. So they made it back to universe and he moved the gate and it didn't squeak because his mom oiled it that morning. I guess it's his mom or his wife or something.
So they might have gone to the same universe a couple times.
Perhaps. Mayhaps.
That is on my list on Netflix to watch.
Sliders?
Yeah.
It's such a good show. The giant mosquito episode is the only one I distinctly remember in my head.
I've seen parts of that episode. My favorite TV show finale was the ending of Alias.
Okay, I never watched Alias, but I know you loved Alias.
I have the box sets at home. But the thing is, the asshole that caused all the issues, his end game was to get immortal life. Mm-hmm. He got it. The cave he was in collapsed. He got trapped under a boulder.
That's good shit.
He can't die. His legs are pinned. Nobody knows where the hell he is.
That's good shit.
And of course,
you're gonna find him eventually, but
yeah, sure,
it's gonna
maybe.
be a while.
He's gonna be really. He's just gonna be just totally insane.
Yeah,
when that comes.
Yeah.
Here's Jennifer Gardner's character married Michael Vaughn, and they grew up and had kids.
Did he get
happy ending? Everybody except for him.
Did he get immortality, or did he get invulnerability? Because that's not the same thing.
They never
defined
it.
Okay.
But he's gonna live forever.
Yeah. Okay.
So even if his legs are crushed and I guess he just won't bleed out.
Okay. Because I don't like it when
Eternal Youth as well.
I don't like it when when media uses immortality and invulnerability interchangeably, because that's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's the one that I really enjoyed because the bad guy got what he deserved.
That's cool. You got anything else?
I mean, I watched all of The Office. I didn't like the last season of that. The last season of Scrubs Med School wasn't great. When they try to extend the show too long, is when it gets bad. Like
they jump the shark.
Yeah, once Michael left The Office, the show should have ended.
Yeah.
Once they left St. Mercy Hospital or whatever it was in Scrubs, they should have ended. It shouldn't have gone to med school.
I didn't know that happened.
Just end it.
No, I'm going to save the one that I was about to say for next week.
Okay, now that you're air quotes here, adult.
Here we go.
What do you now hate that you didn't when you were a child?
What do I hate
That you used to like because you were a child? I'm going to say it first. Children.
I didn't like kids when I was a child.
Other people's children are hell.
I can't fucking stand the arcade anymore.
What arcade?
Any arcade. Not one specifically, but any fucking arcade. Like in the mall, if there's an arcade.
There isn't one any longer.
I'm not saying in our mall.
Aladdin's Castle closing and then Tilt closing made me sad.
I'm just saying, the scene of an arcade, I can't handle that many children in one place.
Fair enough. That's why you go when school's in.
That's fair. That's fair. I would work in an arcade when school's in. When school's in. Because nobody's going to be there. Things I hate.
We used to take field trips to Acadia Mall and the arcade. I had one, but I forgot.
Going outside.
Oh, screw you. I still enjoy outside.
I hate going outside. It's hot. There's bugs.
Or cold.
There's bugs. I don't like to sweat. I spent, believe it or not, before I discovered video games, I spent probably 70% of my time outside. And then somebody had to bring a Nintendo home. And that was the end of that. They don't have Mario outside.
I still play outside. I go play disc golf, and I enjoy shooting and hunting and fishing and things outdoors.
I had a hell of an imagination when I was a kid. The thing that also did away with the imagination is I stopped playing with Legos.
Legos are amazing.
Parents, if anybody that has kids is listening to this,
if anybody listens to this, encourage your kids to play with Legos as long as they want to, because Legos are fucking amazing. And especially now, we didn't have fucking superhero Legos when we were kids, Brandon. Star Wars. We didn't. You know what he had? The fucking drug dealer Lego set with the bridge and the boat and the Jeep and the alligator and the plane. That's just a fucking Colombian drug dealer setup. I had an ice base setup.
I'm not endearing myself.
That had ICBMs. It had missiles.
What?
And a launcher.
I had a jungle mountain set up, and I actually built an airship from Mario. I had the boat base that came as the pirate ship, but I put like propellers and shit on the top. It was fantastic. My cousin threw it against the wall and broke it.
I made a really good X-Wing with my cousins for one of my birthdays. We were watching the original Star Wars, not the remastered. Not the remastered.
Oh. With the fake ghost?
With the fake ghost.
The fake ghosts.
The Vaseline on the camera lens for the land speeder.
Oh, yeah.
So you couldn't see the wheels.
Yeah.
That one. And I made a really good X-Wing out of Legos that, of course, we destroyed multiple times.
Yeah, because that's what you do with Legos.
And you don't even have to buy the sets with instructions. You can buy the bucket of Legos and just let them build whatever the hell they want.
They have now with Legos, among other things that we never had with Legos, parts that are the same color. When you built your X-Wing, was it color-coded correctly?
Oh, hell no.
No, that's what I'm talking about. My Mario airship was every different color.
Well, the only time it's the same color is when you build it the first time with that set.
Well, yeah, that's
After that, it's the first one you find.
Okay, but I'm not saying with the set. I'm saying when you make something up,
Yeah.
From scratch.
Same thing. You're never going to find the right piece. It's the first piece of that kind you find. The color never really mattered when I was growing up.
I probably spent 8 years as a child looking for a specific Lego piece. That's only exaggerating a little.
And you got to use 2 fingers to move the pieces out the way so you don't miss it.
Sorry?
We always dug with 2 fingers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When we're digging in our box of Legos, we just use 2 fingers so we...
Whole hand.
That's why you spend so much time looking for your pieces.
Did you have the little deal to pry the pieces apart? You did? Okay. I think everybody had that, but everybody thinks that nobody else had it. Because you get 2 of those 1x2 bricks stuck together.
They're never going apart. You might as well glue them. I had a really good example. The beach.
Really?
The beach.
You don't like the beach?
I do not. Sand's coarse, and it gets everywhere.
Congratulations, you're an adult.
I like going to Grand Isle because I can cast net and fish on the beach. But going to the beach to lay in the sun or play in the sand, I'm okay without it.
Huh. next week, you want to do things that you didn't like as a child that you don't mind now? Because I have a million of those.
Sure. Yeah. I'll put it on the docket.
Okay.
I'll actually do that right now.
Fucking take a nap.
You enjoy your vacation to the mountains.
I can do either.
I enjoy my yearly vacation I take with my dad to Grand Isle now every year. We just go fishing for a week. Regardless of where, when would you like to visit?
When?
In the past, not the future. Futures we don't know.
Yeah, okay. The past.
But when?
Okay, wait, hold on. How guaranteed is safety? Is there a time travel agency?
Everything's vetted. You can't change the future.
Fixed point in time.
Well, it doesn't have to be a fixed point in time. You cannot change the outcome because you already went back and you came back and that's how it is. I'm saying
it's a fixed point in time. You can't change the outcome.
Yeah, you can't change the past. You can't change what happened. And you can bring one piece of technology. Okay. You have to take it back with you. It comes back. You can't leave it.
Well, that's fair.
Or any technology you take.
I was gonna say, bringing a cell phone is useless because you're not gonna have signal, but you still have your camera with you
and a calculator. And also you come back whole even if you die in the past.
You come back fine.
You come back fine.
Oh fuck that! Safety's guaranteed. I'm going to.
You might spend a week in we don't know what because you died the first day. And you come back on that 7th day. So you only have a week.
I'd really like to go to prehistoric times. Just kind of scope that out, see how long I can last there. That would be cool. Just gonna get morbid for a second. I want to go to Dallas in what was it, 63? I want to see JFK get shot. I don't want to see JFK get shot. I want to see where it came from, just so I know.
I'll tell you for a fact that shot easy.
Really?
You can make that shot going out in a week training, send you out to the gun range every day for a week. You can make that shot all day, every day.
Hitting all 3 of them?
Every time.
Okay.
It's an easy shot. Okay. We went to Dewey Plaza.
We're not gonna get into that.
I went there and we did the whole tour and
there's a lot of conspiracies I believe in. JFK is not necessarily one of them. Let's see. I would love to go back to the 50s. I think it's an idealistic time in American culture where everything was really simple. The downside is that everything was also really racist and sexist. But as a white male, it's a great place to be.
Yeah, if you're black, don't even bother. My win is I want to go to medieval times. I want to see knights beating the ever-loving crap out of each other in their armor.
That'd be cool.
And just see the massive battles play out.
Here's the thing. That was a good answer.
Not to see people die or anything, but just to see it happen.
Yeah. Pretty much any past episode, any episode of Doctor Who that takes place in the past, I would love to go there. Pompeii would be cool. Did you know, according to Doctor Who, I don't know how factual this is, but I believe it, they didn't have a word for volcano before Pompeii? I believe it.
I mean, I guess they wouldn't have known what everybody that saw a volcano happen probably died. Ooh, what's this glowing orange stuff? Let me touch it. Oh, look, I don't have a hand anymore. My feet are melting. Well, this is the end.
The 50s, to me, would be really cool just because it's such an idealistic time in American culture. The 60s would be
for
nice.
white males.
For white males. Not saying... I mean, you see... Happy Days. Okay, I grew up watching Happy Days is the thing.
Yeah.
You got me thinking Roman times would be really cool to go back and see. And I would be fine with that. But I should also probably mention that don't go to Roman times if you have a problem with the gays. Because they were all just...
I mean, you're on a battlefield for that long.
Yeah, well, not just
in a USB port in a storm.
USB port in a storm. I don't have a problem with that. That was their culture. That's fine. I'm just saying, if you do have a problem with that, avoid Rome. Like I said, yeah, pretty much any time in the past. Most of this would probably revolve around conspiracies, though. Like, I want to go see what fucking landed in, Roswell, too. But, I can't remember the name of that.
That forest in Russia?
That forest? No, that I know what that was.
They say it's a comet, or a meteor.
There's a few different ideas there. No, they had a forest in England that something landed in, and it supposedly gave these guys coordinates in their brain that they had to write down, or else it wouldn't get out of their brain. It's a cool story.
I mean, of course, seeing the pyramids being built would be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Seeing Stonehenge being erected.
Brandon, I didn't think of any of this. This is all great.
Seeing the statues on Easter Island being buried.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff is cool, but I think if time travel became possible, those would be all over the internet. Mm-hmm. People would go to that, film it, and then come back and post it. You'd be able to see that without having to go.
Do you think they would have, if time travel was invented, do you think they would have kind of a time travel agency like in A Sound of Thunder or Time Cop?
Well, they would have to.
They go back and make sure things stay okay.
Well, I mean, we're saying that everything happened in the past, so you did go back to that time, so everything is the same. You don't remember the switch. You still live out your life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't know anything's wrong. So I don't think they would have to go back and make sure. Like in The Sound of Thunder, they went back, dude stepped off the trail, killed the butterfly, and came back and everything spelled differently. Mm. The tour guide kills the guy that stepped off the trail because, now he has to relearn how to write and read.
He has to learn a bunch of new presidents.
Yeah. I don't want to deal with the
implications.
The implications of time travel. That's not fun. This is more fun.
This is more fun. Where would you go?
When would you go?
When would you go? Most of mine revolve around conspiracy theories or episodes of Doctor Who.
That reminded me. You got a Charlie horse. What's worse than being woken up at 1:30? Being woken up by a Charlie horse at 1:30 when you had to go to work the next morning.
Yeah.
My calf woke up and give me a knife to cut it off because I'm done. I was fully awake for another 2 hours afterwards.
That's awful.
It was bad. Speaking of sleeping, nightmares. Do you have any nightmares that were so vivid and scared you so much that you still remember them to this day?
It's not a nightmare.
Or just a dream that you still remember to this day.
It's not a nightmare. I do remember a dream that I had as a kid where I was in my treehouse. One, I never had a treehouse, which is a nightmare in itself. The treehouse consistently kept getting destroyed by a T-Rex.
That asshole.
And then we had to run from the T-Rex, and that's where the dream ended. That's the only dream that I remember.
It wasn't a direct nightmare, but I remember it I guess because it terrified me, it was a nightmare. And I still remember to this day, I don't know how old I was, but my parents owned a restaurant. The restaurant, I recognized the front of it as a snowball stand that we used to go to in Kenner.
Okay.
So anyway, we owned it. It wasn't a snowball stand.
In
it was
the
a
dream,
restaurant.
you
In
owned
the
this
dream.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, never in real life. We never lived in Kenner. We didn't go there often. But my parents owned this restaurant, and behind it was a tree house that we would play in. Mine had a tree house too. That we would play in while my parents were running the restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Well, one day we were leaving, and I remember having to walk around the deep freezer, and in the tree house were ghosts that were throwing stuff at us.
Fair. Okay.
I don't think we had anything to throw back, but they were throwing things at us from the treehouse.
We have the weakest nightmares.
It terrified me as a child. I'm a kid. Ghosts don't exist. And then in my dream, ghosts are in my treehouse throwing shit at me.
Did you ever have a treehouse as a kid?
No.
No, neither of us had treehouses, but we both have treehouse dreams. That's weird.
Maybe I wanted a treehouse so bad.
I did. I really, really wanted a treehouse. What's worse, a ghost or a T-Rex? Or a ghost T-Rex? Or a Venom T-Rex, a la Old Man Logan. There was a Venom T-Rex in that comic book.
I thought it was Carnage. It was Venom?
It was Venom. Black and white T-Rex. They couldn't put that in the movie. I wish they could have.
I think the movie was okay.
Yeah, I still haven't watched Logan.
It was good.
I know it's good. Did you watch the regular one or the black and white cut?
The regular one?
I heard the black and white cut is so much better.
I saw it in theaters.
Oh, okay.
I went to see The Greatest Showman.
I don't know what that is. That the
Barnum P.T. Barnum movie?
Yeah, okay.
And I was watching an interview.
He was the perfect person to play that.
Oh yeah, he killed it. But anyway, it was Zac Efron and whatever his love interest in the movie was. We're doing an interview, and Logan came out when they were filming. So they both said, we went to see Logan. They met Hugh Jackman, and they've been filming with him for months. And they like the guy. He's always fun, always jovial, always laughing, always smiling. Yeah. And they go see Logan, and he's just a completely different person.
That's funny.
Just stabbing fools in the face, cutting up shotguns. And he just said it was just a total change from how the guy actually is.
It was a paradigm shift. Zac Efron is going to be in a new movie. I saw a picture of him the other day. No, actually, not the other day. This morning, since you mentioned Zac Efron. Zac Efron's playing Ted Bundy.
Huh?
Yeah. And looks pretty good because, Ted Bundy was a handsome guy.
He was when he was younger. He wasn't supposed to be when he was old. Zac Efron's too young to be a good...
Ted Bundy.
Oh,
not Al
killer.
Bundy. Not Al
serial
Bundy.
Killer.
Ted Bundy.
Yes, that would work. I was totally off.
Brandon, earlier we were talking about Turok and Turok 2, and I kind of stumbled on this topic, but best game sequels. Turok 2 is a really good sequel. Vast improvement on the first one.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You've never played either of them?
Never played either.
They're fantastic. I'm going to run you through both of them.
Thank you.
Turok 1,
this is what I want.
Turok 1 is what you would expect from a video game based off of a comic book on the Nintendo 64.
Turok was a comic book?
Turok was a comic book.
I didn't know that. Uh-huh.
Turok 2 made huge advancements not only on the visuals, because I think it was like 2 years later, not long enough to where they should have that much advancement visually, because it's still just the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
But the originality in weapons, they have this little the razor wind. It's almost like that little thing that Xena threw that would come back to her.
Yeah.
A little disc. It's basically a razor frisbee boomerang thing. Mm-hmm. They have a weapon called the cerebral bore.
That just sounds fun.
You shoot it shoots this little probe, and it tracks onto enemies' heads and then bores in and explodes.
Sounds horrible.
Whereas in Turok 1, you just had, shotgun, pistol, assault rifle. You did have sci-fi weapons because eventually you do get weapons from the aliens. But nothing like to that degree, I don't think. A flamethrower. What else? You got one?
I can't get in my Steam library right now, so I can't look at the best ones. I mean, Borderlands, every sequel was an improvement on the original.
Yeah.
Even pre-sequel, more random weapons, more wub-wub, new characters.
More wub-wub.
New characters that they had unique talents.
This is a good one. Injustice 2 is a huge improvement on the first Injustice. First Injustice was good. But when you add that level of customization, especially to a fighting game where you can customize each character the way you want them exactly.
That's a lot of work for the
It's a lot of
programmers.
work. And I hope they put that customization in the next Mortal Kombat game.
Is it the same company that
It's
makes
the same,
those?
yeah, they own it.
Can't see why they wouldn't then.
I can't see why they wouldn't, but the only thing I could see is that...
Unless enough people don't have enough different costumes.
I was going to say that, but I think there have been enough iterations of Mortal Kombat where they can do gear for Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah, I mean... Did they put the weapons back in the last Mortal Kombat X? Because in one of them, I think for Xbox maybe, or maybe PS3... Every character had a weapon.
Yeah. I think...
And like 3 different fighting styles or something like that.
If I'm remembering... Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, you had weapons... Like certain moves use weapons. They would just draw weapons. But I would really like that level of customization in the next Mortal Kombat. Ideally, I would like every fighting game to have that level of customization because it's been a long time since a fighting game has held me this well.
Yeah,
because
you're
fighting
not
games
really
don't,
a fighting game person.
I'm not. Fighting games don't hold me because you play the characters you want to play as, and then you're done. But this one, you're constantly unlocking things. Maybe there's something I haven't unlocked yet. I was playing a Supergirl the other day and unlocked her iconic little skirt that she has instead of the tights. I'm like, this is amazing. Every character has like one-of-a-kind items that you
still haven't found a good Joker head.
I still haven't found... Well, the top hat's all right. It's better than the other ones.
Yeah. But I said a good one, not a decent one.
Every character has a set of one-of-a-kind items. The Joker has a straight razor that I have yet to find. I'm still looking for Bane's one-of-a-kind items because I have to think they had to have put just a straight luchador mask in that game. Yeah, Injustice 2 is a huge improvement. I played a little bit of Mega Man 10 this afternoon.
Is that the new one or
that was
the
collection
X?
Yeah.
Was that released? I thought is that the collection that has all of them?
Yeah. Yeah,
I didn't know that came out.
It came out on Xbox, I think.
No, I thought it was getting released for everything.
I mean, it probably did, but I played it on Xbox. I went to
Okay.
Jack's this afternoon. He got it for Dean for his birthday.
I need to check and see if it's on the Switch market. The one that I have,
Hey,
Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars 2 is good.
I played a lot of. It's only a sequel.
In name?
Well, in name and setting. But it's so far after Guild Wars 1 took place. It's just, the whole system was changed. The whole skill system. So it's not really, it's just a spiritual successor. Calling it Guild Wars 2 is a little bit of a misnomer, I guess. Because it doesn't really, it's not the same game.
Right.
Completely different. But I like it.
You brought up the Joker a while ago. I was educated today in the dude that did the music for The Dark Knight with the Joker. Joker's theme for when they're robbing the bank.
Yeah.
The Joker's theme, the way he did that is he hit a key on the piano and then he but he dragged a straight razor across the string. And it gave it that nice...
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought that was really cool. Especially because the Joker and a straight razor.
So our next topic is, what game, TV show, or movie was completely unwatchable or unplayable because things you know true about the real world, it just got completely wrong. I'll start. It's any movie that has unrealistic fight scenes. The Punisher.
You would.
The Punisher, for one, is just bad. You
The Punisher movie or the show?
TV show. The one that came out on Netflix.
You're the only person. You're the only person.
But
that
it's
thinks that's
just
bad.
so fake. I'm watching Daredevil.
Brandon, it's a comic book.
I understand. I'm watching Daredevil right now. In every fight scene, it just hurts me because the shit that he does would not work. I play judo. We do things to the most effect. If we do something and it doesn't work, or we know something that works better, we don't do the crappy thing. We throw that out completely.
Is he fighting judo students?
No, but he's fighting.
Okay.
And like
he's fighting, but he's also a lawyer, Brandon.
I understand this. I'm an IT guy and I still fight. But the things he does, like the spinning, in judo, we put on gloves and we fight. We do full jujitsu, which is strikes, kicks, throws. It's the whole MMA thing. We do that. And I know for a fact, a roundhouse kick done correctly will push you back. A spinning jump when you just throw out a leg and hope to hit the guy, that's not going to work as well.
He's also not a trained fighter. Well, he is now.
Yes, he is. In that show, he is.
Okay. I don't know if I have one, Brandon.
Burn Notice did fight scenes really well. Because the guy that played Michael actually went and learned fighting. He took fighting lessons in judo, jiu-jitsu, karate, taekwondo. So his fight scenes would be good.
I don't know if I have one for this topic because honestly, I'm one of those people that's able to suspend disbelief for long enough for me to enjoy things.
See, I can too, but when it just gets so bad,
no, as someone that knows you, no, you can't.
It pulls me out of it. One of my on a forum that I go to, my signature is "Leave it to a geek." It was about
Cloverfield.
It's a quote about Cloverfield that somebody put. It's only in a geek forum where it would be the camcorder battery life that kills our suspension of belief rather than the huge impenetrable monster.
That's the one. But he kept turning off the... I fucking love Cloverfield. He kept turning that camera off. I'm fine. But still. How long... Okay. Did they ever show the camcorder in that movie?
No, because it was filmed from the camcorder.
It was found footage. How long is that movie? Hour and a half? Hour 15?
I don't know.
You don't have to look it up.
At not more than 2 hours.
There's got to be a camcorder that has an hour and a half battery life. There has to be.
Yeah, but most of them are now the mini discs. Can those hold 2 hours of video?
I don't fucking know.
But anyway, it's stuff like that just kills me, that pulls me out of it. I can suspend disbelief for things.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes when they just get it so wrong that it just pulls me completely out of it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up now. Favorite things from the internet. We get 2 this week because we've been gone last week.
Yeah.
I'll go first. My first one is a choir, a large, I don't know how many people, but a large choir did an a cappella version of Africa by Toto.
You emailed me that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I emailed it to you.
Oh, spicy.
The song is okay. Well, it's good. They're a good choir. But the thing that sets it apart from every other cover is in the beginning of it, they use their hands and make sounds, and there's so many people, that it sounds like a thunderstorm. A light rain gets heavier, then it gets thundering, and they actually jump to make the sound of thunder, and they just go back to snapping and then rubbing their hands to make it sound like the rain dying. That's really good. And then, of course, after they do that, the song starts, and it's a different song. But I really enjoyed the beginning rainstorm done with hands. Another thing, have you watched the Brave Wilderness?
I don't know what that is.
YouTube? Brave Wilderness.
Oh, is that the guy that you
channel
showed me? That builds stuff?
No,
that's with modern.
yeah,
Okay.
that's primitive tech.
Okay.
Brave Wilderness it's a group of guys that he's an adventurer.
Uh-huh.
That's what his job title is. They go random places and find bugs and stuff.
I wish I could be an adventurer because Josh Gates is my idol.
But you hate outside.
I hate outside. Do you know who Josh Gates is?
No,
The guy from
no.
Destination Truth.
I never saw it.
It's on it was on Travel. I don't know if it still is or not, but it's kind of a cryptozoology thing. He just goes out and tries to find river monsters, but with made up monsters.
Okay. I love River Monsters.
Yeah.
Is this that same guy?
No, it's not the
Okay.
same guy. It's Josh Gates, real smart ass. Go look up Destination Truth when you get home.
That guy from River Monsters was an amazing fisherman.
Yeah, he was.
He'd go anywhere, catch
I
any
love
fish.
that show. Okay,
Anyway,
continue.
So Brave Wilderness, the main guy on camera, they did a whole series of going up the sting pain index. Started with fire ants,
Okay.
and built up all the way to getting stung by things.
Yeah.
In the culmination of the bullet ant.
Yeah.
And they put out a video where he did a compilation of all the worst 5.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to watch him get stung willingly by all these things.
Is that the same guy with like the tweezers that you showed
Yeah.
me? Yeah, okay.
And he did, of course, the top 5. The worst one was the centipede, the large centipede that he got stung by on the last one, which is they actually cut it and took him to the hospital.
Wow.
Because he was that out of it.
Yeah.
Well, he was still conscious, but he said just the pain was too bad. That one wasn't in it, because that one hasn't been put on the pain scale. But they did the top 5 from that series, and it was golden the whole way through. This guy must have extreme pain tolerance. Not necessarily threshold, but tolerance is ridiculous.
Yeah. Brandon, this is Zelda IPA. This is from a beer company in Atlanta, Georgia, the Second Shelf Beer Company. They've made a Zelda-inspired beer. I'm going to read from the website here. Not from their website, but from the article. Obviously, it has nothing to do with Zelda besides the name, and probably isn't even legal considering Nintendo's copyright on Zelda-related names and imagery. But is that really going to stop anyone from drinking it prior to the cease and desist order?
Fair enough.
No. So I thought that was cool. I didn't expect a company in Georgia to make a Zelda beer. That took me off for a second.
But the Switch being the best-selling game console in history,
Yeah.
and Zelda being such the huge breakout title that it was once again.
Yeah, they had a couple things that I was thinking about talking about. They have a size comparison of various movie monsters. I thought that was cool. Pangea map with all the modern countries labeled. But I actually read about this. Did you hear about the Nutella riots in France?
No, I didn't know there were Nutella riots. I didn't know that was a thing.
Supermarkets in France. Look, I can't fucking pronounce that. It's a French word. It looks like Intermarché.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
These
supermarket brand.
These supermarkets began offering a 70% discount on Nutella, dropping it from $4.50 to $1.40.
It's a huge discount.
Nutella riots have broken out in stores. It's not that big a deal.
I thought you were going to say it was because of a shortage or something.
No,
that would have been reasonable.
It's not a shortage. Do you know why? Thank you for mentioning a shortage. I was reading about Nutella today. You know who invented Nutella?
No idea.
Ferrero, the same guy behind Ferrero Rocher. Mm-hmm. It was invented in World War II to stretch chocolate. Because they had a chocolate shortage during World War II. So he took a little bit of chocolate and mixed it with a bunch of hazelnuts. And it fucking took off.
Like a hazelnut butter, I guess, instead of peanut butter. Yeah. Makes sense.
So I wanted to touch on the idiocy that is... I have a quote, Brandon.
But it's only one supermarket that's doing this discount?
It's one chain of supermarkets.
How are they... I mean, if you go in and buy just a ton of Nutella, how are they making money off of it? Because I doubt Nutella is giving them a discount that heavily on it.
I'm sure there's an answer for that, but I don't have it. They were like animals. A woman had her hair pulled. An elderly lady took a box on her head. Another had a bloody hand. One customer told French media.
This is like Black Friday for them.
Yeah. Nutella Friday. That's right.
Well, Brown Friday, I guess.
I don't like the way that sounds. That's a bad Friday night. Anyway.
Mexican food.
Hold on, wait. I tried Nutella once, and my throat closed up, and I couldn't breathe. That sounds like an allergic reaction. Or maybe Nutella is overrated. So, yeah, I want to talk about the idiocy that is in France right now with the Nutella riots.
But actually rioting in the streets.
That's something. No, they're rioting in stores. They're not rioting in the streets.
Okay, so it's just
stores. The police were called.
Is it a permanent thing they're doing, or is it just like a one-day sale?
I don't have the answer for that.
If it's a one-day sale...
Are you thinking about going to France?
No, I've never eaten Nutella. I don't plan to. I don't like Ferrero Rocher chocolate.
But I love Ferrero Rocher. Don't eat Nutella, because once you see how much sugar... They did a diagram of the Nutella jar.
Yeah.
You'll find that shit too. And splicey. They did a diagram.
Well, you can't splice it.
I can splice a fucking picture. Fuck you.
Well, I guess on YouTube you can, but if you're listening on SoundCloud, you don't get the pictures.
You go watch it on YouTube, you fucks. They did a diagram of the jar and how much was like a third of it is just straight sugar. It's
chocolate.
It made me nauseated.
If it's chocolate, it's sugar.
I was like, okay, that's not true. They have chocolate without sugar in it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Those poor souls.
But I was like, okay, I'm never eating Nutella again because I'm never going to lose weight. I keep eating Nutella. Fuck.
You just got to exercise more.
No.
Calories in, calories out. It's easy.
Okay, Brandon.
So we're going to wrap it up. Like you said at the beginning, if you have something you want us to discuss on the podcast, you can tweet at us at FreakTreeTVPod.
On Twitter.
Tweet at us. That's normally where you tweet on Twitter.
Is that where you do the tweets? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I've never tweeted myself, but...
I have, lots of times. Oh, okay. Here's the thing. Even if you don't have anything to tweet at us, 90% of my Twitter is just me posting pretty screenshots from the Switch and from the PlayStation. So if you're into that, go look at those too, because I take good pictures.
Subscribe!
Or do that. I think it's follow, not subscribe.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah. Okay.
Follow.
Anywho.
Say goodnight, Randall.
Good night, Randall.